All right, all right. Here we are once again. Charlie Burris, Jonathan Crompton, former Vols quarterback. It is halftime of the Tennessee-Syracuse game. Welcome back, everybody, to the Big Orange Game Day Reaction Show. Oh, boy. It's so good to be back. Well, and I guess it's mostly good to be back because the score right now is Tennessee 31, Syracuse 14. But we are live every halftime and post-game for Vols football this season. And before we dive into everything, I got to tell you, this year's show brought to you by Lipscomb University Sports Analytics grad program. Turn your passion for sports into a career. With Lipscomb Sports Analytics and Window Nation, buy 2 windows and you'll get 2 free. Make no payments for 2 years. That's windownation.com. Shout out to them. And what is up, Crompton? It is a new season. How we doing, man?
Good, man. How are you? It's been a while.
It has been a long while, and it's great to be back. And like I said, it's really great to be back because Tennessee is torching Syracuse as of right now. If we're being totally honest, it really should be like 31-7 if you don't give up a massive 4th down throw from Syracuse. But good first half so far, I think. You got me?
I really do. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, sorry, yeah, that on my end too.
Okay. Just looking at the numbers, see everybody in the comments. Oh, Nico, who? Glad he's gone. Y'all were trying to rag me last year. I told you that we weren't clicking with him. All right, so it is what it is. Because right now, let's just be honest. 9 of 18, not spectacular, but you can tell. And you look at Emmett Spring with the receivers. A couple of miscues early were just some high throws on quick routes. I'm encouraged. The was a beautiful throw, right on the money. There was no. As soon as you let it go, there was no first game. We'll see where we go. Passing 107 rushing. We've got more rushing yards than Syracuse does total offense. They only have 152 yards, got 157 yards rushing. So I like where we're at the moment. So, yeah, I mean, honestly, this is the game we need to go out there and score 55 or 60.
Yeah, and I mean, at the current pace, it looks like you're gonna. And, yeah, it is interesting because I stuck by Nico more than I should have last season.
Yes.
Looking back on everything.
Yes.
He was definitely a game manager of sorts more than anything. Lord knows what it looked like this season with UCLA. But what stood out so distinctly in that first half with Aguilar, and I saw my friend Reed Carringer say this on Twitter. It's a great point. He said it was just the decisiveness. Just going out and making decisions and not looking like he's just a hot potato back there waiting. Well, what am I doing? What am I doing? He just went and made decisions. And that deep ball speaks for itself. That was so nice to see. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that was fun. I think there's something to talk about with the defense for sure. Probably looking not as good as we were hoping, but maybe it's first game rust. But yeah,
right.
so far.
Here's my question on that. I'm going to throw this at you, though. They only have, actually, it's less than 152. They only have 25 yards rushing in the first half.
Yeah. That's true.
They're 160 yards passing, 25 yards rushing. So it's not, they're not really moving the ball. I think they've had, I'm going to call it like 1.5 drives. Not I wouldn't say a full 2 because of a couple of penalties. They haven't really done a whole lot offensively that makes me concerned at the moment. I'll say it that way.
I agree.
I do like that we're bringing pressure. I really do. Now, obviously, you want us to get home, but I'm encouraged with where we're at the moment in the first half.
100%. It's the looking back on last season, 31 points and a half against a Power 4 opponent was unimaginable in some games last year for whatever reason that happened. But and 7 of those were defensive, but still 24 offensive points. I mean, how many halves last year, period, against anybody did Tennessee put up 24 points offensively in a half? So that's incredibly encouraging. Yeah, a few high throws, a few drops from the wide receivers. You know, you're just knocking off that rust, as I mentioned before, for your first game. But all in all, yeah, I mean the offense, the play calling, I think has been encouraging. I was afraid that with the new guy that had only been here for so long, they might kind of crawl into a shell, and we see what we saw with Nico last year, where they're just sort of coaching around a guy that they think they have to kind of accommodate. And it just doesn't seem like that. It seems like they're going, hey, let's friggin' get this ball downfield. They're throwing everything at the wall, and it makes me happy. It makes me so happy because I really was afraid that was how we're going to call this year with this odd quarterback situation, and just haven't. That's encouraging. What did you think of the play calling in that half?
I liked it. I really did. 18 passes, 20 runs. I mean, that's very balanced. I'll die on this hill. We are a run first style offense. But what I liked is the pass game. He's getting Aguilar in a mode that, like you said earlier, quick decisions, decisive decisions. If he chose to run, there was no hesitation. Let's go, take off and run.
Yep.
He doesn't need to run for 100 yards a game, right? But if he can stay in the positive yards, 20 to 40 a game rushing for us, that makes us very dangerous because of the offensive style we play. And so he's already at 29 yards rushing. He had a 25-yard scramble. That is a big, big thing for us to keep us in positive down and distances. And so overall, I like what Heupel's done calling plays and getting us in positive situations.
So with defense, before we get to our new sponsored segment, with the defense, I am concerned a little bit with some of the injuries that we've seen. Hopefully nothing serious to this point. Bryson Easton's gone down a couple of times. I don't like that. But with the defense, you already mentioned, yes, we gave up 14 points, but all things considered, it's actually not too bad statistically speaking. Your impressions of the defense in that first half?
I mean, I thought we were flying around. I thought we were playing fast. My biggest concern is the injuries. Year to year, you never know what depth you have until a couple games into the season. You really don't. So I think that's where my head goes, is where we go to have depth, where are we going to lack depth and go, oh, crap, we have injuries here. But as far as statistically, I think we're playing okay. I like that we're bringing pressure. I like we're making them get the ball out quick. This is only Angeli's second start. I think he's going to be a good quarterback. I do like him as a quarterback. I do. I was hoping we would also go after him before Aguilar came available in the portal, but make him make quick decisions. And sometimes that's hard to do against a high-powered, fast defense like we have. And you can see when we give him time, the throws are there. If we bring the stuff like we have a couple times, those decisions get rushed. The throw gets rushed. The throw gets off target. So, I mean, he is 11 of 19 for 116 and a touchdown. And like I said, a lot of those yards came on really only 2 drives.
Yeah. And you're seeing things like Colton Hood, I think, is as advertised so far. A lot of hype around him in the preseason. Glad to see that he was definitely making plays. Had the scoop and score, although he wasn't the main piece of the scoop and score outside of picking the ball up and running into the end zone. But
yes,
some exciting stuff. I mean, Nathan Robinson, again, a guy that looked like he got pulled up on maybe some type of injury there, but ran shot for a time during that first half, and kind of a guy that totally flying under the radar. I don't think anybody was thinking about the name Nathan Robinson before the season. And he gets the strip sack to get you 7 points. So, yeah, I mean, it was good stuff on the defense. Generally speaking, now you gotta You got to make that stop on fourth down. You got to make your stops on third down. You can't have those lapses like that for obvious reasons. But on the whole, kind of like with the offense, I like what I see so far for the most part. Keep settling in. Now, let's get to this. As I mentioned, new sponsored segment this year on Halftime Show, brought to you by Lipscomb Sports Analytics Program from Lipscomb University. And it's going to go like this. So I looked this up. At the moment, ESPN's, what is this, win probability meter has Tennessee at a 97.4% chance to win. Ideally, I'll upload that. And the question in this segment is, what probability do you give Tennessee to win this game? I mean, I'm thankful in some sense, I guess, for this segment. It's good when it's not so lopsided, but at this moment, obviously, that's good for Tennessee. But this is, of course, brought to you by Lipscomb Sports Analytics. And I didn't have this. Look, first game jitters here. I didn't have the live script open. Here we go. Analyze, strategize, and revolutionize with the Lipscomb Sports Analytics Program, where data meets the game. Get off the sidelines and into the action with Lipscomb Sports Analytics, where you'll learn to make the calls that count. They're turning sports fans into data-driven decision makers in the exciting world of professional athletics. At Lipscomb, they're not just watching the game, changing how it's played through their innovative sports analytics program. Go to lipscomb.edu to find out more. And I'll throw this to you, Crump. The chance, I guess, what is the right way to say this? What percentage do you give Tennessee to win in this second half?
100%. I think we're the better team.
feels that way.
I mean, listen, that's not a slight on Syracuse, because I do like their head coach. I like their quarterback, but the bottom line is we're the better team. So I'm going to go with 100%. We got a 3-score lead. But what I would like to see, us win by 4 scores or more. Personally, come out here, do what we're supposed to do in the second half. Hopefully get another turnover early. Let's go get another couple big plays. What I really like to see, I didn't say this earlier, was our rushing attack with, I'm not going to obviously include Aguilar, but we've got 17 rushes by 3 tailbacks. That I'm good with that for over 100 yards. That right there, I was not sure how we were going to replace Sampson. That makes me feel a lot better that we can keep 1 and 2 of them fresh and run the ball. So I'm going 100%. I think we put this away, hopefully early. But if nothing else, I think we can definitely put it away early in the fourth, where it's just, hey, all right, guys, now let's get some other guys in the game and play.
I hope so. I'll go 99% because on God's green earth, you truly never know what's going to happen. But I think it's as close to a sure thing as close to a sure thing as you're going to get in a scenario like this. Tennessee just all around looks like the better team. I do like this stat. Austin Stanley sent this, texted to us. He's Tennessee, all 3 offensive drives in that first half went for more than 75 yards. There's a sports analytic for you. That's really encouraging.
That is very encouraging, very encouraging for us, because let's be honest, last year we were ecstatic if we had a 50-yard drive.
Yeah.
I mean,
that is nice to see. So, hey, all things considered so far, with the situation, the crap sandwich that you were handed in this offseason with the quarterback situation, I really, really thought that it was going to be rougher and out of the gate. Because you watch that Iowa State, Kansas State game, and those are 2 quarterbacks. Both of those dudes were like old veterans coming back in the same system that they were playing in the year before, and they stunk it up in the first half. Both of them did. And had to, now in the second half, they got better. But I was kind of fearing, like, oh, man, with this brand new guy, doesn't know the system, only been here since May. What's it exactly going to look like? And it looks nice so far. So that's good stuff. Anything before we bounce out here, Crump, about the second half, first half that you want to tell folks?
No, I mean, I'm just glad to be back. Like we said earlier, I'm honestly, I know that inside the building in Knoxville that they are very excited about Aguilar. Like top to bottom, coaches, players, everybody excited how he treats his teammates. As you've probably seen interviews with some of the guys saying, man, he fits right in. He actually hangs out with his teammates. He does this, and this. So we know within our system, it's always nice, but we don't need somebody that can, quote unquote, go on a 2-minute drive every game and have to throw the ball 60 times. We need a guy that will facilitate, get us in the right play, make the right read on our option routes. And so far he's been doing that. Yeah, he's only 50% right now, but a couple of throws are a little high. We didn't have a spring with him, right? So I'm encouraged. It's also there's a comment asked about this, and I'll speak on it real quick. It is, a sad day in college sports. Lee Corso's last day. I mean, obviously, I grew up watching Lee Corso, so that obviously an emotional day for a lot of college football fans. Unfortunately, he had to be in Columbus today. Nobody likes going to Columbus. But I mean, it's the end of an era in that sense, and wish him all the best. I think we've all grown up watching him and understand how great he is for the game of football, especially college football and sports in general. So, thank you to him for everything he's done, and just looking forward to the future of Tennessee football.
Absolutely. Yeah, shout out to Corso. It was a good send-off. That was cool how they did the final pick like inside the stadium over the loudspeakers of the stadium. It was great stuff. Huge piece of my childhood. Sad day to see him go. But there's plenty to talk about. Yeah. Somebody else mentioned that Arch Manning looks like garbage against Ohio State. A lot to be said there.
Well, no, but both teams looked to be a little shaky. I was flipping back and forth during commercials.
Yeah.
And they're shaky, or both defenses are just that good. It's one of the two. And I don't know.
I'm afraid it's the second one, but we'll see. Yeah. But all right. Back to truly, I just don't let Ohio State win another national championship. That's all I ask. Okay. 31-14, Tennessee leads. We're going to go watch this second half. Thank you for tuning in. We will be back in the post game. Be with us there because we're going to break this down, but then also ideally if Tennessee can just run away with this, it looks like they might. We're probably going to break down the remainder of the season, get Crompton's prediction where he thinks everything's for Tennessee this year. We'll discuss it all in the post game. Thanks for tuning in. We'll talk to y'all in just a few minutes.